over on the Dallas Cowboys to see if they can get a win. Their first win over an opponent with a winning record here in AT&T Stadium. They get it done. It wasn't pretty, but they get the job done. 41-35 the final in AT&T Stadium to extend the longest active winning streak at home to 14. I mean, we got to be at least proud of these guys for getting it done, but it came down to that last play. A minute left, and Micah Parsons just comes down with the sack.
Can I take a deep breath now?
Oh, yeah. No, I was a little, whew.
All right, whew, all right.
Finally.
Now we let the air out. Anyway,
Yes.
listen up. This is one hard-fought battle. You want to talk about a playoff atmosphere. You want to talk about a playoff competition. These two teams are going at it all the way down to the last play. Obviously, you talked about Micah Parsons coming down there at the edge, and this is the reason why you have him on your team.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons is a playmaker. Even if he doesn't do anything the rest of the game, as long as he's there at that last moment to go ahead and force an incompletion, to turn it over on downs, to get you the ball back, to end the game, that is exactly why he's here. Collectively, it was a great time, great effort by all parties. Okay, you talk about offense, defense, special teams.
Yes.
It was some great collective ball between the three of those sides. But ultimately, there's still a lot of things that need to get tightened up. There's a lot of question marks, a lot of things, a lot of concerns stemming out of this game. But ultimately, you got to be happy about it because you played a playoff type team in a playoff type environment, and you came out the victor.
You talk about some things that need to be cleaned up. 9 penalties for over 120-something yards to finish with for the Cowboys. I mean, that cost them maybe 2-3 touchdowns. So that could have been that was pretty much game changing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the one area that I've pointed out over the past few weeks that has to get cleaned up, and it's been overlooked because of the fact that you've been blowing teams out, right? You've been playing that lesser competition. You've been blowing them out. People have been seeing the final score and saying, okay, everything's been awesome. But that's the one area that has been consistent throughout this season. They've been able to take care of the red zone. They've been able to take care of the running game. They've been able to take care of getting their guys, their playmakers, the ball in their hand. But this penalty thing has been following them around. Luckily, they were able to overcome it today. But as you've seen, it made things a lot more difficult to try to come out the victor. Yeah,
this game actually was more methodical, right? Something that Dak had to really be precise on his throws. You could see them playing a lot more zone, like you were kind of saying. It forced them to really have to be more precise. What did you like from Dak as far as making those decisions?
Yeah, I think Dak was very accurate today. I think he was very accurate. I think there was times in this game where I felt like he was going to be forced to force the ball in there, and I think there might have been one, if maybe 2 balls that he kind of forced in there that he feels that he wished he could have had back. Other than that, he was very, very, very detailed in terms of how he was approaching this. These guys played a lot of cover 2 zone, right? Meaning there was a lot of pressure at the line of scrimmage in terms of receivers getting off the ball with some clean releases, and then there weren't many holes in the defense. He was taking his time, being methodical, as you said, and working his team down the field, taking the plays that were available to him, making sure that his slant routes that he was throwing to CD were on point, and just being okay with just moving the chains. A lot of times you find quarterbacks in situations where they feel like they have to make the big play over the top, and that's where you kind of find yourself in trouble. They did not. They were patient. Coach McCarthy took some risks, took some third down risks, took some fourth down risks. Some of them paid off, some of them didn't, but overall, they were able to make it happen.
Another 300 passing yard game for Dak Prescott, 3 touchdown game for him as well. But we talk about this secondary. They really struggled a little bit today, especially Deron Bland. I mean, but you're going up against a guy like DK Metcalf that's absolutely, he's stronger, he's bigger, he's faster. 134 yards and 3 touchdowns for him. How special was he?
Yeah, I mean, DK Metcalf's an absolute beast. And, you know, and Deron Bland, as he's in his second year, no matter how great he's playing, he's in his second year. But what happened? He still showed up. Right, no matter how rough of a day he may have had statistically, facing one of the more physically dominating presences in the league, all pro in the league, he still went out there and made a play, and he almost had 2 interceptions. He had the one play was absolutely amazing. It's more of what you've seen over the past few weeks with him intercepting the ball. He went out there and got his 8th interception. It was absolutely amazing how he closes the gap and takes away that space. When quarterbacks think that they can make even a minute error against him, he makes them pay for it. And once again, tonight he shows up.
A key interception in the 4th quarter, but that's something that moving forward, how important is it for those chances to take advantage of those opportunities going on to this next stretch?
You have to. Anything that presents itself as an opportunity as you're facing competition of this magnitude, you have to make sure that you capitalize on it, because if you don't, those missed opportunities will come back to bite you in the butt. All
right, well, we've got game time coming up, but here's a few stats for you guys. The Cowboys get the dub, 41-35, the final in AT&T Stadium. 33 first downs. On third downs, they were 8 of 14, finished with 411 total yards. Still penalties, still a problem. 9 for 127 yards, and of course won that time of possession battle. But we've got more for you coming here on Game Time. We'll be right back.